Okay.
You're gonna market?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, something about public, so better off down by me.
Which way you north or south?
I go to,
You go to the one in Boca on Hidden Valley?
no, go here.
Oh, George Bush.
Yeah, good. No, I'm going that one. Go the one on Lake Ida.
Oh,
Just
okay.
that little one I'm starting today. I'm going, I could collect out in a second.
Okay, you didn't say it's ready. Okay, I'm gonna go in there.
Hello, Gloria.
How you feeling?
Oh, no, I don't wanna hear that.
I know, I feel wonderful.
Enjoy your afternoon.
You have to yell
Nice
because I
to
appreciate
meet you.
you.
Talk to you. I don't need to. You're about
How are you?
My eyes are out. Other than that, I'm fine. I still can't.
How's your husband? Is he fine? Is he adopting?
How's yours? Same?
No.
Oh,
His face isn't working.
Oh, my husband's gone.
Oh, well, and that's the problem. He's a part-time
Yeah,
painter.
Then I'll see you in a couple minutes. Come back.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I am.
Good.
That's his job.
What's this bad boy do?
I just bought it at Walmart. So what it is I wanted to show people because it's very hard for them to pour. So I'm gonna tell them they get one of these. They're not gonna do this, but I just figured. And then so this is an electric water heater. So it's I just bought it.
But it was so too fast. I thought she was doing it for longer. She
This
had,
way it's just putting the
but
hot
she
water
had
in
like,
it.
I was there and I don't know what happened.
And so it makes like
Oh, the girl?
that makes it much easier.
You don't
So
roll
I just
much.
wanted to show them you put the hot water in here.
Pero they say
After
small.
you put all the spices in here, what you do is you dilute the salt. And then you put all the spices in here, you put this in, you seal it up. You wait about 7 days.
Because I said, I guess.
You kind of open it and then close it back again. And that's it. You put it in a warm, instead of a cold place. You have a shelf somewhere. And then your noodles are done. Yes, yes. So I think it's good. So this is the one that I used for you guys. Did you do the
Yeah, we put that on, I think, well, we do all a weekly thing, we put the article on.
Oh, okay, so then they
So
know about
they
it.
all got it,
So
yeah.
after a year.
Place in a jar in the cool, dark place for 2 weeks. And then you just kind of open it up and close it again. So it's like fermented and that just kind of helps. So I just ran in here to Fresh Market and I bought these mini cucumbers. Yeah, so it's good, yeah. So we'll see. Hi.
Hello, Pam, how are you doing? This is our nutrition tips for the gut at 1:15. Yeah, we're gonna put it on the TV, but she's gonna do it here live.
Yeah.
At 1:15.
1:15.
I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
I got notice yesterday from Classes Center
Hmm,
about the rescheduling. So
okay. I gotta see if Judy, I'm sure she got something, but,
I'm sure she did.
yeah, okay.
Theoretically, they're scheduled to be doing some stuff in January.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's all theoretical.
correct. Yeah, exactly. That's the hardest part about that, trying to renew it. If you just don't know we're gonna get in there.
Well, I must say Travis, for the shows that were canceled last season, that's all adorable.
Mhm.
I did get refunded
Refunded, yeah.
to my credit card.
Yeah,
They were good.
they're pretty good with that.
They were very good about that, and, WIC is off for another whole year entirely.
Correct, yeah, it's a little smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, considerably smaller, they're off to 21.
Okay.
You don't know what to do.
That's what I'll say, it's a tough call. All right.
Just FYI.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
How much did you say that was? $800. $800 for battery?
Yeah, the battery was $200.
Yeah.
Now he's $800 to fix something else.
Just, wait a minute. He doesn't have that electric wall for too long.
Measure handrails.
I mean, that's not for years ago.
We're having a
So that's
nutrition live video.
It's been $800.
This is Leslie Burman, our dietitian. She's going to do a little, educational video of foods and drinks to help your gut.
2 hours we got.
So that's going to be on the TV a little
Hello. How are you folks?
All right,
bit. Awesome.
We have enough strength to do about 2 hours.
It's probably at the front desk, Aileen's desk. Yeah, sometimes when Aileen goes to lunch, so she's not at.
2 weeks ago.
It was between Mrs. Shirley Bernier and Mrs. Phyllis Sumner. They split it. Yeah, yeah. Good. Yes.
Absolutely.
You're gonna need, you're gonna need.
There you go.
I'm waiting to get my hand.
Come on, guys.
I'm just telling my story. George fell again yesterday, and he got caught.
what happened?
He fell again.
He fell again.
He ran over to her.
She can't pick him up.
Did he get hurt? Huh? Did he get hurt? No.
Good afternoon, guys.
So what does that mean when he
How you guys doing?
Well, concierge is angry.
How you doing?
We call the doctor, what does the doctor say?
Yeah, good. Exercise does a lot of good.
It is a good plan. I'm trying to pick him up. He's gonna have to
You're
get
very
a
welcome.
cage. Well, I'll have to get.
I don't even understand what this
Yeah, you gotta get something to run away with.
You two are in dark places, and I can't even see out my dark.
I can't see either.
I can't even put on regular.
I can't see either, don't worry about it.
No, this is affecting my
That's
eyes.
where
I got the same problem.
Oh,
I knock him up with his chairs and the whole afternoon.
We've got a storm here. Is this your store?
No, not my store. This is Leslie's store.
Oh,
Not a store, but she's doing a little dietitian video for us, foods and drinks for the gut.
oh, let's just
Good
wait
for
and
you.
see what happens.
What are we doing here?
Yeah,
This is what you need.
we're gonna put it on the TVs and on the
Did we get
digital
rained
signs. Rained out?
What are they
They're gonna
on
tell
TV?
you how to treat your
Book
gut.
the show.
I wish somebody could tell me how to treat it.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you're around a TV, it's gonna be on the community channel.
Oh, what is it?
It's, this is Leslie Burman. She's gonna give us some nutritional tips here. This is our dietitian. She's in the back. She's right
Oh,
there.
I
She is.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Before they call 911. Let me know if it's on.
Yeah, we're coming. Don't worry. We're coming. Thank you.
They did that with my husband, and they took him to the wrong hospital. And I called up and I said, you charged me $600, and he sent him to the wrong hospital, which was the worst deal in the world. It was the other hospital, we had $7.
Oh.
I said, now, I think I'm gonna sue you for $600 because he may not go to the night until the hospital. He canceled the bill. He was supposed to go to Bethesda. The health center told him Bethesda.
Yeah, I've never seen the
I
hallway
mean,
so busy.
besides closer to what tell
Leslie's doing a live
I set him in the room, and while he's in the room, I'm there with my son. I put him in the room with another man who died while we was.
So we're gonna YouTube live through the laptop and then it's gonna go to the community channels.
Oh, I know the kombucha, the kimchi. Had kimchi Tuesday actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Korean barbecue.
So we're gonna get started in another 5 minutes. Where are you going?
I actually got a doctor's appointment, going to a urologist. I never told you this, but I have like one functioning kidney, so I gotta check out everything.
You only have one function.
I have two inside, but one's functioning. But this one is good, but this one is bad. I don't know if it was an accident, but I was playing football when I was younger, and I got hit by a helmet. Someone jammed a helmet to my ribs, this area. And after that, like, my kidney was swollen. I was clean blood for like 2 days, and then we wanted to get checked out, see if I really did damage, obviously. So it's not that it was actually obviously ruptured then, but I had a cyst in there I didn't know about. I was pregnant when I was born with it. So ever since I had to get checkups to make sure that I don't, get too crazy.
He has
Have
his
no kidneys.
partner for me. It says, hold up.
I want you around as long as you can.
Yeah.
Please, now let me look at your arm.
So I shall see you later. What's this one?
The stupidest thing I have ever
This
seen.
is all from your gut.
Because he's gonna get 40, 45
Or it's just-
dollars.
No,
Look at my
I got you.
cell phone.
it's her presentation.
Okay.
I
Hey,
heard you, kidney, low protein diet,
low protein diet?
low sodium diet, no high protein for bodybuilding.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, no, really bad.
Feeling
Your
better?
kidney, it will exhaust your kidneys. You should not be on a high protein diet at all. Plant-based
Hold
protein.
on, sweetheart, hold on.
No one told you that.
That's horrible words to hear.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen my doctor in like 3 years, so I'm assuming because I haven't had any issues, everything's okay,
What
but
about your lab work?
You should have called the
I would, my blood pressure's okay.
No, your GFR.
I don't even know what that
Pull the
is.
cord or call.
When you get your lab work, come bring it back in here.
Okay.
Low protein, low sodium diet.
Uh-uh.
I heard you, the kimchi is
That's
not
why
your
you're here.
it's very high in
They're
sodium.
here to help you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it's a Korean delicacy, but you can't have it.
That's right.
Low protein diet, that's.
Yeah,
I-
a plant-based protein. Look at the documentary, The Game Changer.
It's a game changer.
It matters. You really should be on a high. All right,
Yes.
so let's do it.
Okay.
They're so long.
My name is a hot.
Uh-oh.
I'll see you guys later. I'll see how it
In
is.
a little bit, she's gonna start her video. It's gonna be a live video.
Oh, you don't want to see me with this hand.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go upstairs and watch it.
Okay.
Miss Artie, we're gonna watch this lady on TV upstairs. Okay? Thank you. You're not gonna wear
Thank
this.
you very much.
I can't when I'm talking.
Oh, because it doesn't project.
Yeah, but no one else is here.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right, so you're safe.
yeah.
We'll get there.
I'm too little, I too much weight. If you need help, you know where I am. I'm always there.
I got you. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. You're very, very welcome.
Oh, this place is so funny. I haven't seen anyone here this whole time.
I know.
Yeah.
Literally 20 people.
Yeah, very funny.
As soon as there's no volume, I took the volume off the TV, but as soon as this is on
Yeah.
here, you're good.
Oh,
So it's gonna be, another 30 seconds to a minute.
okay.
And I'll try to
Yeah,
call whoever comes through.
no, it's good. And am I the guinea pig? Have you done anything besides bingo?
Uh-huh.
The pressure's on.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah.
How'd you do?
Oh, I think I'm on.
She's just doing a video right now.
Am I on?
Like,
Yep.
doesn't bother her?
You're fine.
Hi there. My name is Leslie Burman, registered dietitian, licensed nutritionist, certified diabetes educator. I work here with the clinic with Dr. Hever, and I'm here on Thursdays. I'm going to tell you about gut bacteria. We all have it, and it's a good thing. So we think bacteria, we have to clean everything and bleach and clean it off, but we want this bacteria. So the thing is we all have about 100 trillion gut bacteria within our digestive system, both good and not so good. The thing about it is now with COVID, we're really looking for gut bacteria because our immune system, 80% of our immune system is found within our digestive system itself. So we want to keep this great so we can reduce COVID. We can also build up our immune system. Also, what's related to gut bacteria is depression and anxiety and cancer and heart disease and autoimmune system. So there's a plethora of the reasons why we really have to give this gut a second chance. The thing is a lot of times people say, let me just take my probiotic and be good with it, but we can't. We have to have, and I'll explain more, prebiotics to help the probiotics create more of a symbiotic feeling. So they've done studies of children that have had bad gut bacteria, and they've actually had increased risks of depression and anxiety. If you've ever heard of C. diff, what's recently done now is called a fecal transplant. And a fecal transplant is exactly how it sounds. They take fecal body movements from a healthy individual into the unhealthy individual. The interesting thing is then the C. diff is resolved. What was fascinating is they also use it for ulcerative colitis. And in ulcerative colitis, again, that's when your digestive system just doesn't go so well. They take healthy individuals and they put the fecal bowel transplant into the unhealthy individuals. So that resolved ulcerative colitis. But what they found was amazing. From the individuals that were overweight with the healthy bacteria, the people that were underweight that got this fecal transplant increased their body weight. So if I can't get you on anything else, if we eat healthier, we'll end up losing weight. So you say, well, how do I get this without this crazy fecal transplant? You can get it from food. Sauerkraut, yogurts, kimchi, this is a Korean delicacy, soy sauce, kombucha, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. This weird yogurt, it's in every grocery store, it's called kefir. So all of these are fermented. The fermentation really significantly helps your gut bacteria substantially. So you say, well, what foods do I not eat so much that will ruin this beautiful gut bacteria? Well, it's all the good stuff that you know, the processed simple sugars and saturated fats. Sweet tarts is not so sweet. Saturated fats in butters and more of like the fake processed cheeses like the Velveetas. This all will kill your gut bacteria, so you want to stay away from it. But along with this healthy, good bacteria, you need what's called a prebiotic. Many people say, well, I'm just going to take my prebiotic pill and then my probiotic pill and have my ring dings and yodels. It doesn't work that way. We really have to have this right symbiosis. So onions and garlic and leeks and Jerusalem artichokes, all these things really help manifest this good bacteria along with a plant-based protein diet. So they've done a study with people within the African culture, and some of them have strictly plant-based proteins. And then they compare the good, healthy gut bacteria to those that have wonderful plant-based proteins, except for 3 months out of the year, they have a high animal protein. And once you know it, under that time, that good, healthy bacteria was declined. But then when they compared it to the course of a year, they were able to regain this great stuff. But then they compared it to a westernized diet. And the westernized diets is all the stuff that we know and love, the burgers and the fries and the cakes and the candies and the ice cream. And then that bacteria was wah, wah, wah. So what we want to do is we want to include these foods along with some of these wonderful plant-based protein diets. This right here, you can get at any grocery store. It's a pop top, so it can be quite easy to open it up. Along the same lines, I am going to show you how, with your COVID boredom, how do I make pickles? Pickles are fermented. Anything fermented is going to help this good, healthy gut bacteria. So I went to the store and I bought this electric pot. So this way we don't burn ourselves. You can take it with a normal teapot. You just want to heat up the water along with some salt. And the recipe, I think, was set out with the newsletter. And you just kind of heat it up and you make sure it's nice and hot and all that water is turned in here. You're going to take some cucumbers, and I purchased it right over here at Fresh Market. These are the little curvy cucumbers, and just a bunch of spices. And again, the spices is in that newsletter. So we're going to stick some in here. I already put in some garlic and some bay leaves and some garlic. And the trick is the yellowed mustard, and all this stuff goes into this. And then when this is nice and boiled, we're going to put that in here. Let's see. Nice and hot. We're going to stick this in. We want to leave an inch. We're going to seal this up in a nice cool place for a week. After a week, we're going to open it up and let it do a burp, and then we're going to close it. And then we've got ourselves a wonderful pickle that's also great for our digestive system. So in closing here, what we really want to do is encourage these wonderful food items throughout the day. You can have some Greek yogurt with our breakfast, or some sour cream with some berries that have the high resveratrol. The kimchi, again, it's a little spicy, but it's just a marinated cabbage. Go ahead and bring back this wonderful sauerkraut. This right here makes a wonderful drink in the afternoon. I would get the flavored, because if not, you're having sour milk. And what we want to do is make these food items, the simple sugars, the saturated fats, and don't kill me, the red meats. They're pro-inflammatory markers. They're not so good for our digestive system, more of a sometime food. We want to enjoy it. We want to ask our physician sometimes if we really need those antibiotics. And I want you guys to have a bacteria-filled day. Thank you. How was it?